What's up, guys? So, first of all, I just want to address something. I did have a little rant on my community page bit on my YouTube channel because I know my videos aren't like the best in the world. I know I'm not the most amazing singer or guitarist or anything. But when you post a video that you think, oh, this, like the audio sounds kind of good here, I sound good, you get one view in an hour. It's like, what the fuck am I doing this for, man? I've been doing this YouTube channel for far too long, and sometimes it feels like I'm just wasting my fucking time. And I don't really have time for it anymore, is the case. I don't really have time for anything, at least at the moment, until my house is like in a state which I'm happy with. And that's the reality of, being an average earner. Like, I don't earn enough money to buy a perfect house that I want, so I have to buy a house that needs work, and then I can't afford to get the work done. And Ellen, my girlfriend, is extremely willing to try, and she's very good at anything hands-on DIY. She'll give it a go. She'll watch a video for an hour and try and figure it out, whereas for me, if something looks complicated, there is absolutely no chance I'll even start to try because I'm worried I'll fuck it up or it just seems too overwhelming. Like, the extent of my DIY skills will probably be painting. I reckon give that a go, and putting a shelf up. And this past weekend, I did. I mean, we'd bought a step ladder that wasn't quite as tall as we could have done with, so it made it a lot harder. But I put up some blinds for our skylights. And to say I struggled with it, I was just getting so annoyed because like things just kept going wrong, but we got there ultimately. It took a lot longer than we probably expected. I thought it'd be like a 10-minute job. It took about 2 hours to do both blinds because you're not just putting a sheet up. Like in my mind, I'm like, oh, we just put a sheet up. No, you have to install the bit where the blinds pull down at the sides and the head, and then we're like, oh, we haven't tucked something in the right little bit, so it doesn't work. Just kept having problems with it, but ultimately I wish I had the kind of personality that can deal with a bit of challenge and be like, doesn't matter if this hasn't worked right now because I'm going to figure it out. It was Isaac Newton, wasn't it, that created electricity? Can you imagine him going, oh, like he had to fail a billion times? Well, a little less than that, but we have electricity because of that guy. We would not have electricity because of somebody like me. Probably wouldn't have a lot because of someone like me. And I feel a bit useless because Ellen's been like doing the laminate flooring. We've had some really bad creaking in the floorboards in the landing part of the stairs and in the bathroom, and she's dealt with that. Again, in my mind, I want everything dealt with at once. So while she's done that, it took a long time because she had to put some glue down, add some nails, check for pipes, take up part of the floorboard, which was awkward to do and really difficult. And I was just getting stressed watching because she's using these metal tools to like get under the gaps and really try and pull it. I'm like, it's gonna snap. She's like, it's not gonna snap. This is really thick chipboard. And worst case, if it did snap, you can buy more chipboard. But as soon as something looks difficult to me, I just want to run away. And it makes me feel pretty pathetic. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm watching from the bedroom while acting busy on my phone. I'm like, how are you getting on there? Just, I don't know. But that's just not who I am, and maybe that's okay. I know lots of my friends or people that I know that would be like, yeah, there's no fucking chance. I would just pay someone. But of course, the problem with that is it costs a lot of money. But I am mostly happy with this house. The room that I hate right now, but not because it can't be changed. All these things can be changed, but because right now it does need a lot of work, is the bathroom. It's got this cheap sheet vinyl on the floor, which has been pulled up in parts. And when we first moved in, there was some stick down tiles, and I could smell piss all the time. And it's because these cheap little stick down tiles had gaps in, and the pee-pee was getting in between, so it was disgusting. And also the people that we've bought the house from decided to try and paint some of the tiles because they didn't like the colour, and they've just used normal paint, like for a wall, as opposed to bathroom tiling paint, which I guess exists. And they did as good a job as they could, I suppose, but it looked pretty fucking awful. So we've managed to get some of that off with some white spirit stuff that like kills paint. but it looks pretty horrible under now, and all the green that they'd used gets really stuck in the grouting parts of the tiles, if you know what I'm on about, like the bit that separates each little square. And part of me is like, I've got a bit of money, like, let's just pay someone. But Ellen's very, much more patient than me. She's like, if this takes a month or two, let's just, like, not pay someone. I can do it all. I'm like, dude, you can earn, like, quite a lot of money from doing your tattoos. Just focus on work. Let's just focus on working. Because the thing is, it's also the lack of downtime at the moment, which I'm not used to. I'm used to working in a job that, let's be honest, I work in insurance. I'm not passionate about my job. I don't enjoy my job. I do it because I have to do something to earn money, and I can't think of anything better to do that will pay me. So I know that's the case for most people, at least most people in my kind of job, people that work in an office. I don't think many people enjoy it. I know a few might, but they're, in my view, the difference. Like, they're rare. Most people are like, oh, it's Monday again. Brilliant. Back here. Great. So when I'm not working, I don't want to be having to, like, even basic maintenance of a house, like keeping the washers going, because I do most of the, like, quote unquote womanly tasks of cleaning, putting washers on and that kind of stuff, and I don't mind doing that, but it's like every other day there's a load more clothes to go in. It never stops. Cleaning blinds, I did that. That took hours. They were filthy. Because you have to clean each individual one, both sides. It took fucking ages, and I haven't done them all yet. I just did the bedroom. It took hours. So I just miss at the moment me and Ellen actually having time to sit down together, watch a film. We used to go to the cinema a lot, but I need to just, again, be more patient because this is temporary. Once the bathroom's done, it's done. It's just surprising how much some stuff costs, man, because our front door is quite old looking, and it could do with a replacement. And it's not just me being like, let's replace everything, but it does look a bit shit. And it's like it's the first thing you kind of see at the house, right? So I want a nice door. So I spoke to a company. They wasted my time for an hour because all I wanted to know was what kind of rough cost am I looking at? And I should have just said to him, look, dude, I don't fucking care about your sales pitch. Just tell me, how much is this fucking door and a bit of side window going to cost? And he went, I've managed to keep it under your budget of £3,000. I never told you my fucking budget, and it definitely wasn't 3,000 for a door. So that was a waste of fucking time. £3,000 for a fucking door. It was a nice looking door, to be fair, but you would not expect a door to cost that much money. And you know what? As soon as you focus on something, your vision of the world kind of changes. And what I mean by that is, I don't like my front door, so when I'm walking about the neighbourhoods now, creeping in at people's windows and that. No, but I'm looking at all the doors. I'm like, all these doors are different colours, different windows, different materials. Never would have cared. And it's sad that I care about how a door looks. Like, it's just a bit weird, isn't it? But that's all I want to say. Again, I'm kind of sorry for moaning because I know I shouldn't expect people to watch my videos. Clearly people don't give a fuck about my music videos. Like, one or two of you might. But it is frustrating, even with these videos now, because I kind of fell off regularly making content. The most I can expect to get is like 50 views, 100 views. And that's just like, I guess I need to be okay with if I want to voice my opinions into the world, like probably most people won't give a fuck. And also I think a lot of people only want to watch really short content. And I get that as well, because most of us don't have the time anymore. That's the thing none of us fucking have, dude, anymore, is time. It just goes so quick. Such a valuable asset. But that's it. Hope you guys are well. My ADHD medication, I think, is due to arrive this week. I've been waiting 10 months for it. And I'm hoping that might help a bit, but I'm also kind of worried about side effects. I've not looked into what they are, apart from like dry mouth, I know can be one. But we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll do some content about that. Maybe I won't. We'll see.